Yes. So, I just wanted to honor you. I wanted to honor y'all. I wanted to show everybody love. You know what's up. I see you, I know you. So does anybody want to say something? I got my brothers and sisters here, because I know I'm gonna get a backlash to later on. Uncle Ray, he's looking at me. I know I'm in trouble right now. But remember this, yesterday, World Domination, we're going to do a ride once a month for a cause. We celebrated that yesterday, but every month we're going to celebrate. Because we got to come together as one as a people. We did it yesterday. We're going to do it every month going forward. And we're going to need y'all to be part of it. For a cause, for life, for unity.
I don't know how to follow that one up on board. But that was pure passion, what you just heard. And that's extreme. But first and foremost, super amazing love to the Simmons family. Round of applause for the Simmons family. DMX was definitely not an artist to me. He was a brother. He was a friend. He was actually my best friend. And I remember starting to share his house. You know, sitting there, coming up with the plays, doing things we wasn't supposed to. But the key thing is he maintained his passion. He maintained his strength. You know, he was barking and growling on stage to hide the real things he was going through. You know, X was a very loving teddy bear type of guy. He probably mad at me for saying that, though, but you know, he was a sweetheart. He was the most giving and loving person that I ever met. And I just wanted to always protect him. It just felt like my job to protect him. Even friends and family were like, man, why you go so hard for X? It's because me and him just built a personal relationship, built off of the intro that was made from my uncle I met, X to Y. And I just remember us just listening to his tape, but then when we connected, we became brothers for life. And he told me so many stories, so I tend to get emotional and I tend to, you know, feel how I feel sometimes about it, because I really, really listened to my brother's words. It wasn't about anything other than, you know, his truth that he trusted me with. And I'm just happy to see everybody in good spirits and good health, and his kids are now our kids, and we're gonna ride this out forever. Blessings and love.
Hello everyone, I'm Siobhan, the sister. I want to say condolences to X's family and all of those who's close to him and his children, my brothers and I, and my family. It was an honor for him to be part of the Dean family, but we also thank him for bringing the Dean family together. That's something that a lot of people don't know. I'm a little choked up. Girl. So, I remember one song that I like of Earl mostly is called Born Loser. What I liked about it is not because of the title Born Loser. When you listen to the song, the hook said, young man went out and made a name for himself. That's what he did. One love.
They want me to talk, but you know, for Earl, I probably don't talk that much, but for him, I gotta speak for him. And he was like a brother to me, like a son. So you know, when it came to him, no matter what problems he had, no matter what he went through, anybody know me, know him, he couldn't do nothing to him. It wouldn't even matter, because
he probably did a lot of things and got away with it. But, you know, we loved him like a brother. I mean, the repercussions is there if it's necessary, but he was a great man. You know, he just had a situation he was dealing with his life, but he was very talented. I ain't have no problems with him until we got to get in the studio. That's the only time I had a problem. It took me, Craig, what the hell happened, man? You know, it just took us forever. He had me in there forever. I just want one song. But you know what it was? He was gifted because I would be like, look, we can ready to miss our deadline. So, I don't think we're going to make it. So we're going to have to push this album back. And he would come in about 9 o'clock at night. And I'd be like, all right, well, we got 9 more songs to do. We can make it for tomorrow. Let's go. And this was a good one. He came in one time, he had a hernia. Remember that? He had a hernia. And I was like, oh, how you going to do it? So I put him in the booth. He was like, oh, I'm going anyway. He went in the booth. So I think it was in California. And I was like, all right, put the beat on. I put the beat on. He rhyme, he fall on the ground. He get back up. He fall on the ground. He get back up. He fall on the ground. All right, that's all. Then do another one. but his determination was great. And whatever he lacked that he made up for when he did his music. And he was just probably one of the greatest or the best artists I ever worked with, personally. You know, every album I sat there with him, every album. If he go that way, I'm going to drag him this way. So he did great music and he was very talented. And I want to thank everybody for coming out for him. I appreciate everybody. Thank you very much.
Hey, how y'all doing? First and foremost, you know what I'm saying? You know, and as much as I want to say DMX found me, it was really this man I was just talking, the big homie D that was just talking, he found me. And but what he really did was just planted the seed. And he introduced me to DMX, and DMX was the one that actually grew everything into a flower. Or like, you know what I'm saying? And I was born with no brothers and no sisters. You feel what I'm trying to say? I am the only child. So DMX meant a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was super real. Super real. He was one of the realest dudes I know. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, and I remember when I got my Interscope records. Yes, of course I wanted to be on Def Jam, but it was only because he was there. You know what I'm trying to say? And no disrespect to Interscope records, because y'all gave me the chance, but I just always wanted to be where my brother was at. Or, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't really too much about the music. It was really the love that he showed me. You know what I'm trying to say? He the one that really like, alright, look, this is the Dean family. This is how we move and how we get down. And he just believed in me at an early age when I was only 17. You feel what I'm trying to say? So X was like my brother / father. You feel what I'm trying to say? And he definitely was my protector. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel what I'm trying to say? Like a lot of rappers, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I came up battling. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of rappers, you know what I mean, they wanted to battle me and stuff like that, but they knew, you know what I mean, you know, the cloth I'm cut from, you know what I'm trying to say? And that cloth that I'm cut from is DMX.
Good evening, everybody.
okay, baby.
Dog, I love you, man. So, just going back where we started, I want to introduce Little Y. X had a major part in his life growing up. Little Y started at the age of 4 in the studio, and DMX gave him a lot of pressure, lots of pressure as a youth. And now, he's 18, 19 years old, and I want him to express his experience with X. Little Y.
Yeah, you call me Pop. That's for the family, so y'all are family. But so running with the beans, they no joke. You know what I mean? They don't care if you're family. You gotta work for this. You gotta earn these stripes. That's what X said to me. And I thought I was always gonna get the easy ride in. It was like, let me hear something, especially X. Now look at this, X right here. I should have kept my glasses on because I might cry. So X came to the studio one day. I was about like 19 years old, and I had a song called Papa Willie. It's out now, but I was much younger, like 19 years old, and came, he heard the joint, he wanted it. He's like, yeah, that's cool, but let me get the beat. So I'm like, it's my joint, we gotta get something going, you know what I mean? But at the time, I wasn't writing like that, so I had somebody write with me. So Dog was like, yeah, you writing? So I looked at my father like, you wanna tell him? I ain't saying that, you know how X get. So he left out, he went to the liquor store, came back 2 hours later. Right? So I want to hear 16 when I come back. I was writing the joint, he came, couldn't spit it. So he like, alright, this is not it. Go back, I'll see you next time I come, let me hear something. So ever since then I've been coming right to the studio every day trying to write and get myself together. Cause I know when that day come with X, he gonna be there. He gonna be like, let me hear that 16. So that day came, obviously. I was 13 years old. And I wrote like a 32, but I only spit 16 of it. And the Dog never doubted me, man. And he heard that 16 and he was impressed. But it didn't wow him. He said, that's cool. I see you come back. Let me hear another 16. Every time I came back, it was always a 16 because I had to prove myself. It was never, yo, let's do a joint. You know what I mean? Never. And the dog played a major role for me in this music industry. Because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be writing. And I just wanted to say a little something. I know we under these conditions, but I had a little joint for X. It was like, I ain't trying to cry, Dog, but you know this had really hurt me. You was like a mentor, giving hope in this journey. Now what I'm going through, X, I got a legacy to full and it ain't full yet. It's really pain. It's a new world order. I'ma slaughter the game. Forever having your name. Put that pick on my chain. When you talk about the Dog, better talk with respect. Cause when you talk about the Dog, we ain't gonna talk about it. Oh my God, hold on. You even got to see your grandma. Reunited with your dog, Boomer. How's it doing? I'm really happy you don't gotta suffer. Now you just cooling. But down here, dog, I'm really a mess. I'ma hold the fort down, but you know that we stress. Forever grateful, cause you know that we really was blessed. The last words that you said to me is young and you next. And I'ma forever be that. I love you, dog. One. It's all right. Come on, let's give another round of applause. I will tell you, thank you for your patience. It's been a long day, but I think a worthy day. I'm really moved by the show of love and community that has been created around the influence of this man's gift. It is absolutely beautiful. We're going to have Simmons come to the podium. She's going to share some instructions.
Praise the Lord, everybody. Praise the Lord, everybody. Who is the Father in the forefront of my life?
Take your time, sir.
I'm not going to be before you long. I might be lying, but I'm going to try to do my best. Let me just say a little short prayer for myself to give me strength so I can get my spirit. Father God, as I speak about your son, your prophet of light, I ask that you give me strength. Like you taught me, like you raised me to be the warrior that I am, that stood by that prophet of light. Let my words flow like water. Thank you. Earl. I met Earl before he was DMX. So I'm going to take you on a little journey on who I met. I met Earl when I was 11 years old. We lived blocks away from each other. I lived up the hill on Parkhill Avenue and he lived in School Street. I was raised, my foundation as a Muslim. I took my shahada when I was 7 years old. I come from at the time, very strict family. I couldn't really come out the house unless it was a birthday or I needed to run to the store for an errand. This particular day, when I was 11, as I was coming out of our building, looked up the block. First of all, I was a child of 7. I'm the oldest. And we only had one TV in the house, so I had a very big imagination. So, for the old school, y'all already know. As I came out the building, I looked to my left and I saw a young boy with a dog. And for some reason, it intrigued me. Didn't have much excitement in my life. Told you I had a big imagination, so I was very intrigued about what the young boy was doing. Because he looked like he was up to something. And Black grabbed the pocketbook. When Black grabbed the pocketbook, they ran past. The lady didn't give a struggle, just so you know. She kind of just let the pocketbook go because she was a little startled. As Earl ran past me, I was in the building, in front of the building, just like in awe and excitement, like, wow, like, did that just happen? And as Earl ran past, we caught eyes. And he had this smirk on his face and like, you better not say nothing. Meanwhile, I'm like, as he ran past. And I remember that day, as I went back to my house after I did my errand, I dreamt about him. I said, he's my lion and he's my protector. 11 years old. So a few years went by, and I had a best friend, childhood friend named Ratona. Back in the days, you couldn't go on the school street unless you knew somebody. That was Ratona. After school, I went down into School Street, and I saw Earl coming out the building. And I said, Ratona, who is that? Because I automatically recognized his face. I had to have been about 15 then. And she said, who? And I said, that boy right there with the girl. She said, girl, you don't want to mess with him. I was like, why? And she was like, I'm just telling you, I'm your friend, right? You don't want to mess with him. I'll hook you up with anybody else in the projects, but not him. So as y'all know, good girls like bad boys, right? So I was like, oh, okay, I'm not going to let her know, but I got my eye on him. So now, as we get on, I'm 18 now, and I went down to a club down in Yonkers called Simmons, Arthur's. They said that there was a party going on. It was my god sister Nicole that was with me, and she said, come down with my boyfriend, and he's DJing tonight. So I was like, okay, I'll come. So while we were down there, K-San said, tell Tashira that DMX wants to meet her. I've been growing fly. I was only 18 years old. I dated guys outside of Yonkers because I had a brother that was 2 years younger than me, but thought he was older than me, and did not allow me to date any guys in Yonkers. John, you know where you at. So, I wasn't interested, and I told her, and she said, he wants to talk to you, and I was just like, I'm not interested. She was like, he's a local guy, he raps and stuff, he goes around selling tapes and stuff like that. He's like really cute, he's a little rough though, but he really likes you, and I was just like, I'm not interested. So I kept dancing with my girlfriends, 18 years old, and next thing you know, I get a tap on my shoulder, and I turn around. It's a true story. I don't know if this is in a book from Smokey, I think it is though, but when I turned around, it was Earl. And I said, Earl, and he said, Tashira, and I was like, you know my name? And he was like, yeah. He was like, I remember you were there when I took the pocketbook, and I looked at you, and I was just like, it was love at first sight, and we were inseparable from that time. Let me just keep it 100 right now, and I'm gonna be super deep because that's who I am. Again, like I told you, my foundation was already strong spiritually. So when I met Earl, I had never in my life met a young 18-year-old
in things that I never thought was possible. I knew Earl was a prophet because of my background, because of the prophets that I've learned about in the Holy Quran and in the Bible. And I said to Earl, Earl, I don't know, man, you ain't of this world. The stuff you be talking about, you're not of this world. He was like, come on, you gassing me all the time like you always do. You know, and I was like, nah, Earl, like, nah, you sound special. And it would make him cry when I would say that. Get emotional. And I never understood that. I understand that now. I understood that in our journey, why it made him so emotional. Because he didn't feel like he deserved that love. And with that, I felt like it was my mission and my purpose to love him no matter what. When you grow to love Jesus Christ and God the way I have, you love different. You don't look at flaws. You don't look at the past and what has been done. You love them. You love the soul. And I love the soul of that man. As we walked into the journey of life, 10 years later, we just had our son Xavier. We ran into the Rough Rider family. Boy, was I grateful for them when they came into our lives. Earl was a piece of work. He needed a village, and I sure wasn't a village. I tried. I had God in my life, but I needed help. You feel me? So, it was a beautiful thing, though, because when you love someone, you want the best for them. And I learned that I was very selfless. It was important to be selfless when you was with Earl. If you truly was trying to understand who he was, if you understood the walk and his purpose. I remember the first time Earl writing his first album and his prayer when he said, I don't expect to live long. I said, Earl, you say in the word, you told me this, it's in the Bible. There's power in your words. Why would you say that in a prayer? He said, sure, because I don't feel that I am going to be here long. Now, mind you, we're only 25 years old at this time. And I said, well, please, you know what I'm saying? I understand that, I get that, but I feel like you have a calling on your life, and you have purpose here. But Earl knew better. He knew that he was so powerful. He was so full of light. So when we got into the industry, when you have a light of energy, what happens? You feed off of it. So it happens so fast. We went from having absolutely nothing, don't know how we gonna make it to the next day, to having zeros in our bank account. There's cause I could go on and on, to be honest with you. 39 years of knowing Earl, which is more than my entire life. It's like